So atheism is a position which is acquired. It is not a natural position. You're not born with atheism. You're not born with atheism. Everyone is born upon fitrah. Like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullu mawlud ala fitrah." Everyone yuladu ala fitrah. Okay? Everyone is born on fitrah. So everyone is born upon fitrah. What is fitrah? Fitrah is the natural disposition. Believing in a creator. That is the natural disposition. Actually, there was a research conducted by Oxford University not very long ago. One of the scholars from Oxford University conducted a research. Okay? And she concluded, I'm sure it was a lady, she concluded that if we were to leave children on an island and return to them a few years later, they would end up believing in a higher being, someone who created, who made them, someone who put them there. They would not be atheists. Atheism is not a natural position, it is an acquired position. People are conditioned to become atheists. Like what happened during the Enlightenment period. Atheism spread, it grew out of an accident which took place in Europe. Previously, atheism was not known on the global scene. You might find references here and there people who denied the existence of Allah. Some philosophers, possibly Neoplatonic philosophers in the past, back in the day. But societies, generally speaking, universities, teachers, science, theology, history, these subjects are not taught by atheists, right? Some of the major universities in the world were made by people of religion. We're sitting in Cambridge. I came quite early to Cambridge today. I was here at 1 o'clock. So I went to the city centre to look for some bookshops. And then I saw these colleges of Cambridge University. What are they called? St. John's College. Yeah? The Trinity College. And the list goes on. Right? So these universities where today a lot of these professors who are teaching, who assume that atheism is the natural position, who assume that atheism is the best position, who assume that it is the most logical position, right? But they don't realize where the teaching was actually established by religious people. These are the people, you are actually standing on the shoulders of giants. People who left these libraries behind for you to look into. Now you come along without actually having any sense of appreciation of their work, deny all their good work, and say they were all a bunch of fools and they had no idea what they were doing. Although they have left all of this for us, we will break away from that tradition and we will start a new movement called neo-atheism. Okay? So atheism is of types as well. It's an acquired position. So atheism actually means no deity, basically. That's what it means. Right? It's a position of negating the existence of any deity or deities. Okay? So atheists believe there is no God. That's what they claim. There is no God. Okay? And because it is a position that's making a claim, they have to obviously give evidence. They have to show, they have to prove that there is no God. What they do is they throw the burden upon the people of religion that you have to prove that God exists. Because you are claiming God exists. But in fact, in reality, when you contemplate on the word atheism, you come to realize it is actually a claim in itself. It is incoherent. The word itself is incoherent in itself. When you say no God, you are actually acknowledging the idea of God exists. The idea of God exists. You're saying no God. Atheism is like saying apolitical. Okay? I am non-political. When you say I am apolitical, you must have heard people saying this. I am apolitical. I don't get involved in politics. Does that negate the existence of politics? The term? When you say I am apolitical, You're saying politics exists, but I am not a politician. I don't get involved in politics. Likewise, when you say atheism, you are actually acknowledging theism exists, and we don't believe in it. So we don't believe in theism. Theism means Godism. You know, whatever your conception of God is, for example, you may believe in one God or 20 gods or 33 million gods like some of the Hindu cults believe. Okay, we deny, reject all those notions. So what happens here is that because some of these ways are false, some of these conceptions of God are false. Some of these atheists, they assume that all positions are false.